What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I wasn't able to give you fuck shit Friday, so we're gonna do a little shit talking on Saturday, okay? We're gonna start this episode off because I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm gonna try to run through it all. We're gonna send out our RIPs first. RIP first to Gene Wilder. Most of you know him as Willy Wonka from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Family, Chocolate Factory. I know him from Stir Crazy and when he was with his wife Gilda Radner. She was one of the comedy greats of this time, and yeah, he passed away at age 83, complications from Alzheimer's. So definitely a loss in the entertainment business. Man, we have really lost some people in entertainment this year, haven't we? Also, we want to send out a rest in peace to Nakia Aldridge. She's the 32-year-old cousin of basketball great Dwayne Wade. Couple days ago, she was out with her kids. One of them was in a stroller, as a matter of fact, headed to enroll one of her kids in for school when she got caught up by, I guess it was some type of gang rivalry or something like that. It was gunfire, and she was an innocent bystander, but it did take her life. So we want to say rest in peace and our condolences to Dwayne Wade and his family. Our next rest in peace is to Giovanna Glover. That is the niece of T-Pain, musician, singer, auto-tune person, whatever, T-Pain rapper. Apparently she worked at a Walgreens out in Tallahassee, Florida, and her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Tavon Jackson, came in there and he stabbed her to death. Now, but he was gone before the police got there, but they did have video footage of him coming in the store, and by the time I got ready to do this video, they still were looking for him. So we also saw that T-Pain took to the airwaves and also to Twitter to ask if anybody have any information on the whereabouts of Tavon Jackson to please call the local authorities. Ooh, that was sad, child. Now, next thing I want to talk about is Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump done went down, and I know I'm trying to say this because we know, we're going to talk about that YouTube stuff in a minute. He went over to Mexico, the country, not the state, and he basically telling them people that we are still going to build a wall, but they going to have to pay for it. I only brought that up because I want y'all to understand something. When you go this November, if it was never a time that we need to band together and get down into them polls, this is definitely a time. There is no third term for Barack Obama. Although people have criticized him, I have no complaints with Mr. Obama. I understand that in order for him to implement a lot of the plans that he wanted to, he had to have the support of Congress, and that he did not have, okay? But it's so important, guys, that we get down to the polls and do something before this man actually gets into this White House. It's already an embarrassment that he's even in the running. Many of his GOP supporters now are backtracking, not want to have too much to do with him. But y'all thought it was a game? This is the same man that told us as African American people that we should, we are born in, we live in slums, we uneducated, and for those reasons, why not vote for him? Like, you know, like as if he was saying, you know, y'all already are not respected, we don't do nothing for you, but if you go ahead and vote for me, then I may throw you a little bone every now and again. I know that African Americans only make up a small percentage of the United States, but what I will say is this, and I don't get too deep on my channel about this kind of stuff because I'm just not a political analyst like that, but I will say this: if you ever been worried about the state of this country and where we headed in the future, now is the time, because although Hillary Clinton, she does deserve the side eye, I can say this much about it: she's the lesser of two evils. in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You do what you want. But that right there, that's too much. That's too much, you know. At what point will we stop allowing this man to say this stupid stuff and think that he's actually going to get in the White House? The fact that he's even close to it scares the bejesus out of me. Okay? It really does. So I implore every person that watches this video just to think about what you're doing. Let your conscience and your common sense lead you when going into the polls in November to cast your ballots, okay? If you're concerned with your future and the future of your grandchildren, if you're worried about your future, your grandchildren, and your children, and grandchildren, I would suggest that you really take the time out to research this man and see what he's saying. Because he say a lot of stuff, and he has no care about what he say. Yeah, he even tried to use the situation of Dwayne Wade's cousin being shot down in Chicago and tell us that's why y'all need to vote for me. Let that sink in. Now, I'm going to get off that political stuff because that's not what I do over here. I kind of like to try to keep it lighthearted and happy and kiki's over here. But from time to time, I do have to speak on stuff that affects us all. And this election is going to affect each and every one of us. Even those of you who's sitting at home saying, I'm not going to vote, period. A non-vote is just as bad as voting for him, okay? We need you to get up and go down to that poll. They offer free rides to y'all, and for those of y'all that can't make it to the poll and everything, go and exercise your right to vote. You got people that have died so that we can stand there and cast our ballots. I know it's a lot of fool of fuck shit go on with that stuff, but please understand that it's necessary. I would rather you go and vote for the lesser of two evils than not to go and vote. And this man, we induct him into the White House in January 2017. We don't want that, man. We don't want that. Let him go back to his Trump towers and whatever else he got going on. We don't need nobody like that representing our country. Do you know the kind of controversy and chaos that could erupt if you put a person like that to go talk to, say, Russia or the North Koreans or something like that? Will be all of that stuff that we have been lucky enough not to have happen here in our country will begin to happen. We already see that they not scared. They will come over here and they will wreak havoc over here. We don't want that for our families going forward. So I beg you to use your common sense and your conscience when going to that poll this November. Now that we done got that out the way, let's talk about some more entertainment or bullshit, because that's what I do over here. I heard that Stevie J and Joseline will not be returning to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and I'm cool with that. Stevie's supposed to get a spin-off with him and his family, which I think is a good idea, because the few shows that I did watch that spin-off him and Joseline had, I did enjoy seeing Stevie kind of interacting with his kids and stuff. That would be good to see. Only thing I say about Stevie J is stop trying to live above your means. Wait, get your new show. Work on trying to get back to the status that you once was at. You're not there now. So, you stop trying to live above your means. I know it's hard when you've been living up here and then you got to go here. Trust me, I know better than anybody. I'm one of the main people that understand that when you here and then you brought here, that it's a major lifestyle change, but you can do it. And you can get yourself back to the status that you once was. But it's going to take time and determination on your part to do that. So, leaving Love and Hip Hop would be a good thing for you. Joseline's supposed to get her little spin-off centered around her pregnancy. That don't surprise me. Because what else do she really have? None of us was buying her music, was you? Okay. That's what I thought. Next, we're going to talk about Brock Turner. As some of you may know, Brock Turner is the young man that raped the girl while she was unconscious, and the judge only gave him 6 months in jail for that, stating that he should not have to forego his entire life for 20 minutes of pleasure. That's what his daddy said, and the judge went along with it. Well, he got out yesterday, 3 months early, because the jail that he was at in Santa Clara, apparently allows inmates to be released early if they keep a clean record. So apparently he been down there the last 3 months or so doing what he's supposed to do, and as a result thereof they have released this man. Now I feel like this about it. Brock got out. Let that have been Brian or Jonathan or Jacob or James or Pojo and them or Craig and them or any of them, they'd be in prison right now sitting up with lengthy sentences. What does it say to you? What do you get out of that? What I get out of that is America still got a whole lot of growing to do. Because if that was a black boy, he would not be going home. I don't care if he was, Olympic hopeful, which that ain't happening for him no more. But I don't care what his situation in life or statue in life is. If he would have been a black guy sitting on that stand going against charges like that, he would have been in prison by now. Another reason why I say it's so important, go to the polls, people. It starts off with your local and state, but it goes all the way up to federals. Come on now. You can't keep... How long are we going to march? Something has to be done. Let's talk about Joseph Presley. He's a 23-year-old youth minister, former youth minister that got 30 days for molesting an 8-year-old boy. Now the story goes that he was babysitting this 8-year-old boy for the parents, and he carefully plotted when he would molest this child. He would choose times when the family either went out of town or they had funerals or something like that. Now the first assault they saying happened in 2004 when he was 21 years old. Now I have questions. First of all, why is a 21-year-old man babysitting your kids? That just don't, in my community, in the book of my mind, that don't work. We'll let our boy cousins and stuff watch our children, but not like that. But he worked down at he was a youth minister, so I guess that's part of why they trusted him. I'm sure they thought they knew him, and then they said he worked at the YWCA. Now, his lawyer is going to say, do we really want to take a boy that's not institutionalized, that has not been in prison before, and put him in a prison where some real sex offenders, or some real sex molesters and rapists are, so he can learn the trade? Is that what we really want? Yep, that's what we really want. We really want his ass to go to jail. Now, I understand that his attorney, D. Wampler, said that he too was a victim of abuse as a little boy, which makes it even more so unbelievable that you would think that it's okay for this young man to molest an 8-year-old several times, to the point where the child is now moody as hell, failing in school, having horrible nightmares. That's something this child has to live with for the remainder of his life. Even with counseling don't mean that he's going to ever be okay again, because you stole what counseling can't give back, his innocence. And again, if this would have been a person of color, he would not have received a 30-day sentence. And if y'all didn't see his picture, Google Joseph Presley and look at that snapshot of his mugshot. Why is he smiling like something wrong with him? He had like he was on candid camera. That pissed me off. That really did piss me off. I don't know what kind of world we live in today where the children ain't even protected. It's bad enough you're walking down here and you got to worry about the police not pulling you over for damn near nothing and harassing you. To now we got to watch the children too. We got to be worried about our kids and who we need to caretake for us with our children while we're away, be it at church, work, or whatever. You got to worry about the kids. And why would you allow him to only do 30 days, citing the fact that he ain't institutionalized? Everybody that go to jail for the first time, whether it be on a major charge of a felony assault or if it be on a charge of misdemeanor, they ain't never been there before. Don't mean that they don't deserve to be there. He took away something that he could never give back, and that's that child's innocence. And I think that it is a travesty that they allow this boy to do 30 days and allow him to come home. This child got to walk around with these scars for the rest of his life. What a world we live in today, but that is okay. That ain't alright. That ain't alright today. That ain't alright tomorrow, and it won't be alright in the future. If that would have been a boy, a melanated kid, he'd have been on his way to whatever prison that state has for him to go to. And he would have done a lengthy sentence. It wouldn't have been no concern about making him institutionalized or him learning the tricks of the trade. Maybe he needs to learn the tricks of the trade. I don't understand the world that we live in where the kids ain't even protected. It's bad enough you don't care about human life, but you damn sure don't care about these kids either. That right there could be a prey. You know, many times you hear about the predator, the prey becomes the predator. Okay? And it's when situations like this happen. This boy gets so angry. If he ain't already real angry, grow up in this world and start doing that to other kids without care because nobody cared about him. Why should he care about anybody? Y'all get where I'm going with that. I'm going to leave that alone because I'm starting to feel myself getting mad. All I can say is, I don't never wish nothing bad on nobody, but I tell you this. I ain't going to be mad if something happens to neither one of them little bastards. I'm not. I'm not going to be mad. And I'm talking about Jason or Brock. You reap what you sow in this life. You may have gotten away with it through the court systems, but karma will come knocking on that door of yours very soon. Don't be surprised if these two men come back in the news again and there's something going on with them. Mark my words, karma come back. You get what you give out. Keep giving out bad stuff, bad things gonna come to you. Last story I'm gonna talk about so I get up out of here is that Chris Brown situation. Let me tell y'all something. I don't have to recap the story because every other YouTuber on YouTube done talked about it, so y'all really already know what's going on. But I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis. Chris Brown had this party. Why get into all that party later on in the conversation? He had his party. This girl, Kaylee, whatever her damn name is, Barley Flakes, I don't know her name, okay? She's there. A friend of his is showing jewelry. She said that all she did was go over there and touch it, and it sparked the man going off on her, and subsequently Chris Brown coming up telling her she got to go, and put a gun in her face and told her, sign this disclosure paper saying so that you won't go talk to the newspaper. She claimed like they tried to take her phone, or they did take it. She was able to get her phone back and run out, and she called for help. Later on, we find out that Miss Bailey actually text messaged a friend of hers who she had took something from and told him that she was going to take Chris Brown down. I don't care about all that. Y'all can look that story up if you want to. This is what I have to say about that. You know what I'm saying? To whom much is given, much is required. Chris Brown has the potential to be the next Michael Jackson. And that's saying a whole lot, Tony. That is saying a lot. Because Michael Jackson was it at one time. Chris Brown has that same ability. He done been blessed to come from wherever he came from, up there by the random TV review peoples, because they say they know him, till now. His life has did a complete turnaround. His talent got him where he is today. Sometimes when God elevates you up, you can't bring everybody with you, and you have to be careful of the company you keep. I'm not saying the young man can't have parties and whatnot at his house, but you have a history of always being around some bull when it kicks off. How long are you going to continue to allow others to bring drama to your life? You're a father now. Now, I understand from what I read, the child wasn't around, but still you're a daddy now. You have more responsibility on you now. It ain't just about Chris Brown no more. It's about Chris Brown and the little pretty girl, Royal. You know? And everybody sitting on the front row ain't a fan of yours, Chris. Sometimes people around you just so that they can watch you self-destruct. When you limit the number of people that you interact with, you eliminate a lot of bullshit. You don't need to be hanging around gang members. You don't need to be doing none of that. What you need to be doing is harnessing your craft and being a good dad to your child. Party. I ain't saying you can't party because you're a young man, and I know you like to party. They all do. We all wanted to party when we was young. But you're not the average 20-something-year-old kid young man out here. You are a international star with a lot of money. And everybody around you don't celebrate you. They will in your face, but you don't know how many people around you may be snakes in the grass. You need to stop having all of these people around you. You don't need that. That girl came there with it on her mind to do something to you. Now, whether it be she steals something or she cause problems. This girl, you tell this girl to get up out your house. I don't care if you had a gun or not, you ain't shoot her ass. You inside your house, you can tell her whatever you want to tell her, and she got to get gone. But she knew that, and I questioned, I know she was full of shit. She was full of shit. She only wanted to come there to cause chaos for you in the first place. Why would you have her there? This girl can call TMZ. All this week I've been seeing this girl being interviewed from person to person, from news affiliate to news affiliate. Everybody is interviewing this girl. She getting what she wanted out of this. She getting the fame, and she causing you distress in the long run. You done got arrested, had to pay $250,000 to bond out, all for us to later on find out this girl had it in for you in the first place, because she done text a friend who she stole from and told a friend that she was finna get ready to take your ass down for putting her out your house. You see where I'm going with this? Sometimes you got to cut people off. Sometimes when God bless you, it ain't for you to be still around the same people that you used to be with. Everybody that sits on the front row of your life is not going to be here for you. You see that happen every single day. People that roll for you hard, people that loved you, people that claim like they here for you, people that shot you out and everything else will be the main people that will take a dagger and stick it in the middle of your back and keep turning that bitch because they want you to die. You surrounding yourself around people who don't really respect you nor care about your well-being, and I can't understand why you can't see that yet. Yeah, I know you got the little bipolar or whatever. Take your pills, baby. Take your pills. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is the same thing I would tell my own son. Watch the company that you keep. You don't maybe need to be the one to have all the parties all the time. Is it really that serious for you to have people at your house partying and stuff? Sometimes you are elevated to a point in life where you can't do them type of things because people are after you and you don't know who you can trust. So the way you don't blame the wrong person or get caught up in situations like this is to be careful of the company that you keep. You don't need no gang members around you. You don't need no bunch of females and scantily clad. You was Chris Brown. You can get pretty much any young woman that you want to come up to your house and entertain you however you want to be entertained. You don't need to put yourself in a situation like that. If I ever was to have what you've been blessed with, we would not have not one event at my house unless it would be a personal thing with just my family and maybe 10 friends, and that would be it. You're not a regular everyday Joe Blow. Okay, you're not that everyday Joe Blow. You are somebody in this world, and a lot of people don't want to see you prosper. They want to see you stay in the news, going through this court system behind this and going through this court system behind that. They want to see your demise. They not here to celebrate you. They only tolerating you to watch you fall down. And I know he'll never see this video, but then again, miracles happen every day. I ain't trying to tell you how to run your business, bro. I'm just trying to tell you, Everybody sitting on the front row of your life talking about, yeah, you the shit, ain't really here for you. And you gonna find that out more and more. Now, your friends ain't really do nothing to you, but the point is you was having this party and this girl got in. You see how that shouldn't have never happened at your house. Then you got the SWAT team all out at your house like you some, armed and dangerous hooligan with nothing to lose. You got too much to lose to be dealing with nothings. You don't need, child, go to the club, throw some money at the thoughts and walk away. Okay, if that's what you want to do. You want to have a little get together or whatnot, why have it at your house? We ain't have nothing in my house. Be careful of the company that you keep. Everybody that's praising you not really here for you. Sometimes people praise you thinking that they going to be able to get up on you and get some coins. Sometimes people sitting there praising you, but in the back of their mind, they wishing more death on you than the law allow, or bad things to happen. So I just don't understand why he allows himself to keep being in these situations like that when he don't have to be in that type of a situation. You are a very talented young man, and it look like you're halfway. I probably would like you if I met you face to face. Yeah, you got a mouth on you, but sometimes I understand why you had that mouth, and then I also understand that you suffer from bipolar disorder, and we all know that can make you. We know what they can do, but anyway, I'm tired of hearing about people coming for him or trying to make his life harder than what it gotta be, and I have to be honest. Sometimes I understand why it's happening because he opens the door for a lot of drama. I'm not saying you can't have no parties at your house. I can't tell you how to run your business, but what I can tell you is the company you keep can make or break you. And that's all I have to say about that. I had planned on doing the web series Tangled and Twisted episode 3 today, but don't look like I'm going to be able to get to that. I will try to get that out sometime. If it don't come today or later on today when I get some time, it'll come sometime in the next 72 hours, okay? I'll do the best that I can to get it done, but that's all I want to talk about. And that Chris Brown situation, I don't even like talking about celebrity news. I implore y'all, if y'all want to know about what's going on in the world of entertainment, news, and stuff like that, you might want to go over there to my girl, Beautiful Soul Speaks. I'll try to link her in the description box. If not, just type it in. Go to some of my previous videos. She down in that description link. I really like her channel and want to see her win. I really, really want to see her win because she got a good channel. She's very thorough with her commentary on these celebrities. I'm not going to give you all of that. Y'all know I'm not, because I'm not into these celebrity lives. I have a hard enough time trying to keep up with my own damn life. I ain't finna dig for other people's mess. I'm just not going to do it. That's not what we do over here. But I had to speak on that because that really disturbed me, watching this unfold over the last week and knowing that this girl is a bald-faced lie. She's on the come up. Girl, you got charges in New York you claim like you ain't know. You're a known thief. Lead them, child, girl, you're going to be in jail fucking with people's coins and fucking with that. You're going to be in jail, okay? Stop that. Leave that stuff alone. If you struggling, figure it out, but don't do that there, because you set this up for that boy to have a downfall behind it, and that's messed up. That's real messed up. Karma's a bitch is gonna visit you again on that there. But that's all I had to say about that. Like I said, I'll be back with the web series. I'm gonna try to get it done as quickly as possible. Hopefully I can start working my channel better. This week coming up, I'll have a little free time where I could do stuff. I ain't feeling bad or none of that other stuff. And it is what it is. Oh, before I leave, I want y'all to know one thing. I don't have no troll account. See, if I don't say nothing to you under the Lady Nika name, it ain't me. I don't have no troll accounts, and I think it's really sad that when a person makes a joke about a person who has an illness when you got illnesses too. That's all I'm going to say about that. I ain't got time for the foolishness. I just don't. I don't. And whatever people put on their channels is what they put on their channels. Stop trying to look for me to be involved in anything. Lady Nika is over here minding her business, trying to live her life and be peaceful. I know that a lot of y'all out here got issues with me, and that's fine, have them. Just leave me the fuck alone, and I'm going to do you the same favor. And that's what we at with that. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next week, this evening, sometime. Y'all will see me again, honey. Trust and believe. I told you, I'm not built to break. Peace.